Hey everybody, this is Barry. I'm coming at you today from my home in Old Hickory, Tennessee. Today I want to show you a Bible that I've been using now for probably 3 or 4 months, if not longer. This is the HCSB, the Holman Christian Standard Bible, Minister's Bible. I bought it because my pastor uses the HCSB in his sermons at church, and I wanted a Bible that I could use at church and use at home to take notes in. And this one has wide margins. So since it was made out of genuine cowhide leather, I thought this is not a bad deal. If you take a look at the box here, you can see the front of the box, and let's take a good close look here. Let me move that over so you can see in the middle of the screen. This is the HCSB Specialty Pastor and Preaching Pastor's Bible, Minister's Bible, and you can see that it retails for $99.99, and there's the ISBN number and the barcode. And you can see that this was made in Korea, and so it's a very good quality. Let me flip it over to the back here so you can see that. Here I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to pick the camera up, so please pardon my jerkiness. But there you can see, if you want to pause and maybe read that. You can see that under the HCSB Minister's Bible features, it says easy to read, single column, black letter text, and it is. Soft, flexible, genuine cowhide, wide margins for making notes, presentation page, 2 ribbon markers, one is black, one is red. 72-page HCSB concordance, table of weights and measures, 21 essentials of authentic ministry by Dr. Jimmy Draper, where to turn, wedding preparation with a classical and a contemporary service, initial grief counseling, funeral preparations. We also have 8 traits of effective church leaders, reaching students with the gospel, 4 kinds of expositional preaching, commitment counseling, 30 keys to giving an invitation, the Christian year and church calendar, and the apostles and their history. When I get into this, I'll show you the funeral preparations. We'll just remove it from the box here real quick. And there we have it. There's the cover. My name has been engraved on it because I do use this at church, and if I accidentally leave it, I want them to know who it belongs to. There's the spine, HCSB, Holy Bible in the center, and the Holman logo at the bottom. We open this up, and inside we have kind of a vinyl paste down liner. This is not a sewn cover. This is really my only complaint about this Bible. I don't mind that you have 2-piece cardstock for end pages in the front and the back, but what I don't like is this. It's only glued about 1/4 to 1/3 of the way up, and sooner or later this is going to get all bent up. So I need to find a bottle of glue and I glue it down myself so it doesn't bend as easy. We open it up to the title page. There we have the Minister's Bible title page. Before that we have the presentation page, the table of contents, and this is what I wanted to show you about funerals. We have the funeral preparation right here. We also have the funeral sermon, a funeral for a child, funeral for a student, and funeral for a suicide victim. So I like that. If I were a minister and I was going to be preaching a funeral for a suicide victim, this would come in very handy, because it can often be difficult to answer questions about a person's afterlife. Will they be saved or not because they committed suicide? And so here's a funeral for a child, a student, and a suicide victim. I think those are wonderful. I like that. Now we go ahead and open it on up here. We get into the introduction, the plan of salvation, and we get to the Old Testament. And here we have our first ribbon, because I'm starting the Old Testament over. And you see the chapter headings, the book headings, the subheadings, and the chapter numbers. Everything is in black. This is an easy to read font. I have no trouble reading this at all without my glasses. And I wear bifocals, so this is a good thing. I'm going to show you the gilding last, because there's something I want to show you that I'm not positive how it happened, but I think I know how it happened. But as you can see, here's just several things. These are Proverbs, easy to read. And finally, we get into the Gospels, and you see it's all black letters, so if you want the words of Christ in red, you're going to have to do it yourself. Here's what I do like. You have a wide margin at the top, the side, and let me push it up there, and then down here at the bottom. The only thing I wish this did, since it's single column anyway and no references, these are all footnotes that you see at the bottom of each page. I wish this had this, even if it meant making the print a little bit smaller, I wish there was a margin here, so that if I want to make a note on this side of the page or this side of the page, I could do it. I can't do it that way because it's going down into the binding. So, but still, it's good. It's got big, wide margins. And we show some of my markings here. The pink hearts refer to love. Over here we have red highlighting. That's for prophecy. This yellow up at the top is general notes. And as you see, there's hearts, general notes, and hearts. So you could conceivably have different kind of notes for the same verse. I'm looking back here. I'm trying to get to the concordance because I want to show you how small that is. In the concordance, the word headings are in bold black print, so they're easy to read. The verses underneath, if you don't have very good eyes, then you might have trouble reading them. Now, I wear bifocals, and I can read these. Without my bifocals on, so it doesn't give me any problems. Maybe it won't give you any either. But I just wanted you to see that the print for the verses is maybe 6.5, 6.75 at most point font, whereas the words that are in bold are about a 7, maybe 7.25, 7.5. Then we get to the back and we find the maps. The only thing I don't like about these maps, they're very beautifully done. There's 8 of them. But as you can see, as I turn the pages, there's some glare on them because this is semi-gloss stock. So I prefer all of my maps to be matte, but that's okay. They're not bad. They're still very, very usable and very beautifully rendered. The one thing I wanted to show you about the gilding was this. If you look at the gilding, it's a light gold gilding, and I wish they had put a little bit more of the gilding when they did it, because if you look right there, there's a white line, and that is, I believe, where the ribbon has been. And so the gilding is coming off. As I told you before, as I showed you, that this does retail for $99.99. I actually got it for about 55% off at christianbook.com. I paid about $45, $46 for it, something like that. So it was a good deal, and I will continue to use this Bible until it wears out. And with the Smith sewn binding and the genuine cowhide cover, that should be a while. So anyway, I hope this review has been helpful to you, and I will see you in the next video. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.